For the second time in less than 2 weeks, the Johns Hopkins University tracking site is reporting more than 200,000 new cases in a single day. Lindsay Duncombe is our senior Washington editor, and she is going to follow that story for us this morning. More than 200,000 cases in a day. Lindsay, tell us about the latest crisis there.
Well, the message from officials right across the United States is that the situation is dire and it is only going to get worse. As you mentioned, the data that we're seeing, Heather, is worse than it was at the peak in the spring. But what was different in the spring is that those cases were happening in one specific geographic area or in a couple of geographic areas like New York City and the East Coast. Right now, this crisis is unfolding right across the country. I wanted to have you take a look at some of this data, including the number of deaths. That is a record. More than 3,000 people died in the United States, according to Johns Hopkins yesterday. And then just look at the hospitalizations, another grim record. Right now, more than 100,000 people are in hospital, and that means, given that that is a record, officials say we will see that death toll go up.
Tonight, after 10 months of so much despair, new light at the end of a very dark tunnel. For healthcare workers, it comes as the nation saw its deadliest week since April. More than 15,000 new deaths. Nationwide, nearly 200 hospitals at capacity, and almost 1/3 are seeing more than 80% of ICU beds occupied.
Things are really tough. This virus is it's so serious and people don't see it that way.
From coast to coast, hospitals have been preparing to roll out the vaccine for weeks. In Phoenix, this healthcare system doing a practice drill. In Louisiana, Ochsner Health making sure their storage unit is ready for the nearly 10,000 doses heading their way.
Those vaccines will go into these containers that are for cold storage.
So many frontline workers now breathing a sigh of relief after living in fear of contracting the virus and passing it on to their own families.